Good morning and welcome to Miracle Farm 1927 Homestead. I'm Miss Hope and this is Petey, and we're out here going to spread a little bit of hay that we've had out here in the pastures, and we wanted to give you a little update on the status of a pasture that has been not been overgrazed, and see what they look like this time of the year. Now this gives you a good idea. The ground is well covered. There's no naked spots. And you can see right here where the grass has been chomped off, cut nicely, but there's still like 4 inches of grass, green grass in there. And it may not even get killed this winter. See, this has been chopped off just a little bit, just on the top. But it's still nice and green inside there, and that's what's going to shoot up this spring. So this is grazing, but if we let the animals in here, they will graze it down to absolutely dirt, and that's not what we want to happen. We want this to have a nice ground cover on it to where it is going to shoot up in the spring. So they only have let's see, our last frost date is in April, but this grass will start growing way before then. Oh gosh.
You have no coordination.
You throw it and I'll throw it even further.
Huh?
That was bad.
Gooey wet stuff. Little revolution. What's the matter, Pepper? What's the matter? Did I get you? I got the dogs.
Well, that little bit of a hay bale got a good quarter of this paddock covered, and it got the worst part of the paddock covered. So that is an area right there that had very little grass. See, this up here has got more green grass. So when you do this, you're not only feeding the land and putting a cover on it, but you're also laying down seeds. So up here we got one, it's still in a roll, so I'm hoping we can just roll it out because it's a whole lot bigger. Well, it's the right size. They'd eat on this one. Saying?
So we are creating organic matter on the top of what was left of the living organisms on this particular soil. So this will break down and become OM, which is organic matter, and it has 3 different layers. So there's the living, the dead, and the very dead. So the grass, which is still standing, is the living, and then this would be the dead, which we're putting on top of that, and it'll make this grass start decomposing itself, and all the little organisms will come in and start eating it all up, and it'll become the dead, which will be the first part of soil, and then the very dead will be the soil you'll be able to use.
So this is where he's rolled this one out. And he turned and went down there. Now he's spreading it around. And we have found in these paddocks that up closer to the gate, it's greener and more grass. And then back here on the edge where we bought this land back here is not ours, but the land was depleted, so it's more depleted here. And this is where we're adding all of our compost. So I better get back in here and help them. That was a good one on this one. Our little paddocks for the goats are 1/4 acre, and that one covered half of this one. Now it's going to snow on it and rain on it and rot it all down. I'm very anxious to see the pretty grass that's going to come up from it. They're waiting on me to go to the next one.
They're laughing at you.
Well, not really. Yeah. Here,
What's the matter?
pick it up.
It's been raining. It's a little wet. There they go. Now it'll be a whole lot easier to roll.
Yeah.
Rolling, rolling, rolling. Though your teeth are... I don't know what's
Your teeth are solid.
I can't remember what the word was. You need me to... You're running out of fluff here.
Go ahead and flip it and roll it back up this way.
This thing, what's the matter?
Here he comes.
Here you go.
Now when we first got this farm, it was just dirt. And this is the only thing I did to build the soil, was to put old hay on it. Get it, Pepper. Rats live under these hay bales, and he can smell one. Get it, Pepper. Good boy. He is a rat killing machine. He's killed rats on this place. He kills moles. We used to have a real bad mole problem till we got this dog. And he's a wonderful herd dog. Good.
I think the bale's still good enough to feed to the goats. Huh? Let's feed to the goats in the afterlife. Huh?
Finally got it rolled over, and it just split apart, and it's already turning into compost. So it's not going to take long at all for this to break down. Look underneath where it was setting, how beautiful and black. So we rolled it off, and it split again, but Righteous had a good observation. Where are they? Oh my goodness. Look at this. Look at that fella right there. And you don't think he's going to help us with our soil? They're all over it. Ugh. Oh. Look at them. Boy, they're beautiful.
Big and fat.
Yeah, big and fat. So that's why we're doing this, folks. We're doing this to improve this soil, because we don't have the money to buy fertilizer, and we wouldn't put chemical fertilizer on it anyway. We just don't have the, we have some composted manure, but not enough. So this is an acre of land back here that just needs to be fed a whole lot, and so that's what we're doing. The cheapest way we know how. Getting littler.
Oh, it's separated. You got a bunch. You took the whole thing with you.
Mine had a few hairs on it. So we got it all separated, but it's still in a few layers. So Righteous is separating the layers and spreading it out some more. It doesn't really matter. It just will take the grass longer to grow through some of the thicker parts, but that will be the case, but the soil will be better there where it's too thick. Like this piece right here is kind of thick, but the soil will be better there. You're tickled to death to get this chore done, that the weather is cooperating on us, and we have a nice sunny day. Tomorrow it's going to start raining again for 5 days. So, and that's fine. I guess God thinks we need more rain, and He's always right. Got to get that piece of trash up and out of here. And you can tell in here, back there, close to the other side of the fence, that's where the chickens were. So that's why it's already green. Are you ready to go to the house?
About.
Tell everybody bye.
I'll see y'all.
He told me I can't sing, so y'all can just watch without music.
Look how beautiful these apples still are. And they've been in the fridge since when? September.
So that's 3 months.
So we have an old refrigerator that we have outside, and we cut it way down low, and so it doesn't come on a whole lot, but it does keep the apples chilled, and it was just enough to preserve them. So we're getting a lot of good. Look at this beautiful thing. That was probably a Dula Beauty. But we're going to get all these dried, and then we have another whole case, and we're probably going to make some
apple butter
out of them.
Still no singing.
Still no singing. We are so thankful that it's the middle of the winter, and we are getting these beautiful eggs. And this is an olive egg. It's beautiful. But I wanted to show you our apples. If you remember, I'll put the link to the video where we stored all these apples in the refrigerator. So this is the middle of January, and they are still beautiful. We have some that, you know, have bad places on them, but 75% of them are still beautiful. And so today, what are you doing, Miracle?
So I'm slicing these apples up and putting them in our dryer. We haven't dried apples in a while, and we've never dried this many, so I'm excited to see like what they come out. They're going to be like candy when I get done. So like I'm holding candy at the moment. Future candy.
Future candy.
And they're still pretty. Look how pretty and juicy they still are.
So I'm over here doing my part. I'm doing the peeling.
I'm doing that. Yeah.
And then she's doing the cutting up. And when we get some of them dried, we will show them to you too. All done and going into the jar. Snacks for later.